Channel, and today in this video I'm going to show you a very beautiful neckline design. With this piece of fabric I'm going to make a beautiful patchwork. So let me briefly explain how I'm going to combine the colors. So this piece of fabric has a really like a 4 to 5 colors. That's a royal blue, mustard color, and orange color, and again a royal blue, like a something light orange color. So this piece of fabric as a royal blue, a vibrant color is like a royal blue. So I'm going to buy a fabric which is in royal blue color, and I'm going to combine this piece of fabric with that. Okay, so in this way you can create your own color, own design. So make sure that you buy the exact color that goes well with your piece of multicolor fabric. And also I'm going to make a beautiful tassel with the embroidery thread. So this is the fabric I bought before, and I'm just marking the exact same measurement how we start from the shoulders, armhole, and the neckline. So just you have to mark your size like such. Okay, so it can be any piece of fabric. It just need a like a half a meter of fabric is enough to make these designs. So you're going to mark the depth of the neckline now. So I'm just going to keep my depth of my neckline to be 6 inches and mark the depth of the neckline like such. And I love combining multicolors with a light plain color fabric. So now once after marking your neckline, I'm using my French curve to draw my neckline. So if you want the French curve, the needles, everything what I use in this project, just click on the description box below. And now I have just pressed my piece of pattern fabric like this, and I'm just keeping that underneath, and I'll be cutting the neckline just by pinning that in place, because this is a little bit of flimsy fabric, so I just don't want the fabric to move from its position. So I'm just pinning the neckline in place, and I'm going to cut the U neckline out. Okay, so once after marking the neckline, we are going to decide how much the fabric is going to be visible on your dress. So I just want that to be like 2 inches. So mark the 2 inches on the pattern fabric, and you're going to mark the same on the dress. So then you're going to decide how much is going to be having the height. I want the height of the fabric like 13 to 14 inches. So that's going to be a normal height you're going to keep. So if you want to increase the height of this pattern fabric, for sure you can increase the height and also the width of the fabric. So I just kept the height of the fabric like 13 inches, and make sure that you draw a slanting line like this till you reach the down part. So I'm going to give like a pot shape, and it left up to you. If you want, you can just draw it like a straight also. So cut this out. So you need a more than a little, just less than a half a meter. Okay, so now after making that, I'm going to trace this on my interfacing canvas, and I'd be cutting this out. So in my most of my video I showed you how to make this interfacing canvas to be attached to a piece of fabric. So today I'm going to skip that step, and let me show you how to join all the pieces together to make a very beautiful neckline. Okay. So leave a margin amount of interfacing canvas like 1 inch, and I'm going to cut this out. So let me show you how to prepare the piece of fabric. So what I did here is I just given a piping on either sides of the fabric, and also I'm going to give the piping to the down part also. So once it's been attached, you're going to fold that in. Make sure all the raw edges gets into the wrong side of the fabric, and now you're facing the pretty side of the fabric right here. Okay, so just fold both the sides of the piping to the wrong side, and make sure you sew on top like such. Okay. So once after sewing both the sides, you're going to sew the down part. Just place the cord on the pretty side of the fabric, and just put a stitch. So once it's done, you're going to turn the cord to the wrong side of the fabric. So if you love to combine colors like me, for sure this is going to be like a cakewalk. And it's really simple to design your own dress. And now you're going to match all the center point of your kameez, center point of your patchwork, and also center point of the interfacing canvas. It's really cool. For definitely everyone is going to love. Everyone is going to ask how you made this neckline. Is that much easy and simple, and also it just looks really elegant, believe me. So now just matching all the three pieces like this, I'm going to put a top stitch to secure that in place. Okay, it's just like sewing a normal neckline, guys, and just sew it like this. So once it's done, you're going to add some notches. So it's summer over here, so to the summertime you can go ahead with a poplin fabric or else with a cotton fabric, and you can try this design for sure. It's just going to look really beautiful. And add some notches and turn the interfacing canvas to the wrong side of the fabric, and then you're going to put a top stitch on that to secure that in place. And you can see you're getting a very beautiful U neckline. Okay, make sure you pin that in place. Pinning is very important than sewing. So pinning gives you a very defined look how the neckline or the piece of fabric is going to look on your dress. So before sewing that together, make sure you pin that in place. So once it's done, you're going to sew the outer part just by adding the zipper foot. Okay, make sure you sew close enough to the piping like this. Okay, so once it's done, I'm going to add the tassel to this. So this is how it's going to look. So you can increase the breadth of this, or else you can increase the length of the neckline, that is the piece of fabric that you have attached. And now let me show you how to make this tassel. Just take a embroidery thread like this and just pull out a little bit of thread, like a half a meter. And now I'm going to tie the half a meter of thread to this to make a beautiful tassel. Fold the embroidery thread in half, and you're going to cut that out. Okay, so fold that and take the exact center point and cut that into two pieces like this. And now you're going to fold that individual piece like this, and you're going to tie that in the center. Very easy and very simple to make. So you're going to tie the center. So once the center is tied, you're going to combine everything together and make a small knot like this. And all the tassels should be in the same height, so make sure you cut the tassel in the individual heights like this. And now you can see taking the center as a mark, and I have sewn two tassel on the right hand side and two tassel to the left hand side. The same I'm going to do, just make a knot at the top point like this, and I'm going to sew the knot first, and then I'm going to add a little pretty button on top of that. Okay, so first I'm going to sew the knot part. Okay, like this. So once the knot part is being sewn well with the fabric, I'm going to attach the button to that. Okay, so now I'm going to add a button like this. So this is how it's going to look. Hope you like this video. It's really beautiful. I thoroughly and totally enjoyed this. Hope you like this, and if you like this video and if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also don't forget to hit on the thumbs up button. See you next time.